Today in the Amazon, anacondas fight caimans. The snake tries to constrict. The crocodilian tries to bite first. Sometimes the snake wins, sometimes the croc does. But 60 million years ago in what's now Colombia, this battle happened with animals 3 times larger, Titanoboa versus Cerrejonisuchus, the largest snake that ever lived against a 5-meter crocodilian built for combat. Both apex predators, both capable of killing the other, both competing for the same territory in Paleocene rainforests where the rivers ran hot and everything was designed to kill. Let's start with Titanoboa cerrejonensis. Discovered in 2009 in the Cerrejón coal mine in Colombia, this snake redefined what we thought possible for serpents. It measured 13 meters long as a school bus, and weighed approximately 1,135 kilograms. That's over 2,500 pounds of pure muscle. Research by paleontologist Jason Head at the University of Nebraska calculated Titanoboa's size based on vertebrae fossils. The vertebrae alone measured 10 centimeters in diameter. For comparison, the largest modern anacondas have vertebrae measuring 3 centimeters. Titanoboa was 3 times thicker. It couldn't actually swallow you whole like movie snakes. Studies published in 2013 analyzed Titanoboa's jaw structure and concluded it could open its mouth about 40 centimeters wide, roughly the diameter of a beach ball. Large for a snake, but not large enough to consume adult crocodilians in one gulp. What Titanoboa could do was constrict with devastating force. Biomechanical analysis by Dr. Bruce Jane at the University of Cincinnati estimated constriction pressure around 400 pounds per square inch. That's enough to stop blood flow to the brain in seconds and collapse lungs within a minute. Shockingly, Titanoboa was an ambush predator that likely spent most of its time in water. Its size made it too heavy for efficient land movement. Fossil evidence from the Cerrejón Formation shows Titanoboa inhabited river systems and swamps where it could support its massive weight while remaining mobile. You couldn't see it coming because it hunted like modern anacondas, submerged with just its eyes and nostrils above water, waiting for prey to approach the riverbank, then strike, coil, constrict. Game over. Now let's look at Cerrejonisuchus improcerus. Discovered in the same coal mine as Titanoboa, this crocodilian was built differently than modern crocs. It measured 5 meters long, about the size of a large American alligator, and weighed an estimated 300 kilograms. Research by paleontologist Alex Hastings at the Florida Museum of Natural History revealed Cerrejonisuchus had a skull measuring 60 centimeters long with teeth designed for gripping rather than crushing. This wasn't a bone crusher like Improcerus. This was a precision killer that held prey and performed death rolls. It had one massive advantage over Titanoboa: armor. Osteoderms, bony plates embedded in the skin, covered its back and sides like biological chainmail. Studies analyzing Cerrejonisuchus fossils show these plates were thick enough to deflect bites from large predators. Unfortunately for anything trying to kill it, Cerrejonisuchus could also fight back. Modern crocodilians have bite forces exceeding 3,700 pounds per square inch. Cerrejonisuchus likely matched or exceeded this based on jaw muscle attachment sites visible in fossil skulls. In case you needed more proof of its combat capability, Cerrejonisuchus had remarkably flexible vertebrae for a crocodilian. Analysis published in 2019 suggests it could twist its body more efficiently than modern crocodiles, making death rolls even more devastating. But here's what makes this matchup fascinating. Both animals lived in the exact same environment. Fossil evidence shows Titanoboa and Cerrejonisuchus shared the same river systems in Paleocene Colombia. They weren't just theoretical opponents, they actually encountered each other. So who would win? Let's break down the scenarios. Scenario 1. Titanoboa ambushes Cerrejonisuchus in deep water. The snake strikes from below, coiling around the crocodilian before it can react. This is Titanoboa's best chance. If it achieves a full body wrap, the fight is essentially over. Modern anacondas use this exact strategy against caimans. Research from Brazil documented 17 anaconda-caiman conflicts between 2010 and 2015. In encounters where the anaconda achieved surprise and full constriction, the snake won 94% of the time. But here's the problem for Titanoboa. Cerrejonisuchus has armor. Those osteoderms create hard ridges that prevent complete coiling. The snake can't achieve the smooth body contact needed for maximum constriction pressure. Some force bleeds off into compressing armor rather than crushing organs. Scenario 2. Cerrejonisuchus detects Titanoboa before the ambush succeeds. The crocodilian sensory system gives it the advantage. Modern crocodiles have pressure-sensitive organs covering their entire jaw and body that detect minute water disturbances. Cerrejonisuchus likely possessed similar sensors. If Cerrejonisuchus realizes Titanoboa is approaching, it can position defensively. Crocodilians instinctively protect their vulnerable belly. The croc orients to keep its armored back toward threats. You couldn't get a clean strike because it's already ready. Then comes the bite. Cerrejonisuchus aims for Titanoboa's head or neck, the only unarmored parts of either animal. If those jaws lock on, the death roll begins. Modern crocodiles generate rotational forces exceeding 1,000 pounds by spinning their entire body. Cerrejonisuchus could likely match this. Shockingly, Titanoboa's size becomes a liability here. Its massive body provides leverage for the death roll. The longer the snake, the more force the crocodilian can generate by twisting. Modern anacondas survive death rolls by releasing their grip, but Titanoboa weighs over 1,000 kilograms. It can't escape quickly. Scenario 3. The fight happens in shallow water or near the riverbank. This changes everything. In water less than 2 meters deep, Titanoboa loses its mobility advantage. The snake needs depth to maneuver its massive body efficiently. Cerrejonisuchus, meanwhile, thrives in shallow water. Modern crocodiles are ambush predators that wade in water just deep enough to submerge. They explode upward with devastating acceleration. Fossil evidence suggests Cerrejonisuchus hunted the same way. Unfortunately for Titanoboa, shallow water also means the snake can't achieve full body coils. It needs space to wrap multiple times. In confined areas, it can only manage partial constriction. Cerrejonisuchus can work its jaws free and deliver devastating bites to unprotected coils. But here's what the fossil evidence actually tells us. In the Cerrejón Formation, researchers found Titanoboa fossils showing healed injuries, bite marks that penetrated bone and then healed over, proving the snake survived attacks from large predators. Similarly, Cerrejonisuchus fossils show evidence of combat, broken and healed ribs, vertebral damage consistent with extreme twisting forces. Both animals survived fights with predators capable of inflicting massive trauma. This suggests they didn't always fight to the death. Modern anaconda-caiman conflicts often end with both animals retreating after initial damage. Neither wants to risk fatal injury over territory that can be shared. Talk about evolutionary intelligence. Both species survived for millions of years in the same ecosystem. If every encounter ended in death, one would have driven the other extinct. Instead, they coexisted. They developed recognition behaviors. They likely avoided each other when possible and fought only over critical resources. So who wins in a fight to the death? The answer is scenario-dependent. In deep water with successful ambush, Titanoboa wins 70% of the time through constriction. The sheer size difference, over 800 kilograms, gives the snake overwhelming force when properly applied. In shallow water, or if Cerrejonisuchus detects the attack, the crocodilian wins 60% of the time. Armor provides protection, jaws deliver crippling damage, and death rolls exploit Titanoboa's length as a vulnerability. The croc's sensory advantage and explosive reaction speed tip the odds. On land, Cerrejonisuchus dominates completely. Titanoboa's size makes terrestrial movement exhausting. The snake can't generate effective constriction force without water support. Cerrejonisuchus can walk, run, and rotate freely. Land encounters probably ended with Titanoboa retreating to deeper water. No modern conflict compares to this matchup in scale. Amazon anacondas max out at 6 meters and 250 kilograms. Titanoboa was twice as long and 4 times heavier. Modern caimans reach 4 meters and 200 kilograms. Cerrejonisuchus was larger and far more robust. That's the reality of Paleocene Colombia. 2 apex predators sharing the same rivers, both capable of killing the other, both equipped with weapons that made conflicts devastating, and both intelligent enough to avoid unnecessary death by recognizing when retreat was smarter than combat. The largest snake that ever lived versus a crocodilian built for war. Deep water favors the serpent, shallow water favors the croc, and the winner depended entirely on who saw who first.